Previously on Chain Link Theater.
Get in the car, baby. We'll just talk. It'll be nice.
You've just gone and done the dumbest thing in your whole life.
Time to prove to your friends that you're worth a damn. You're making a big mistake. Yeah. You already made a big mistake yourself.
Thank you for choosing Chain Link Theater. Please turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts. Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chain Link Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from Sin City into Blade Runner, thanks to the skull squisher himself, Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, or the skull squishy in Sin City.
He does. He gets his own head squishied.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Some retribution there for you.
Lots of head squishing.
Did you know anything about Rutger Hauer before last week?
No.
I didn't know a lot. I knew he was the guy from Blade Runner.
I'd heard the name. Yeah.
And I'd heard the name. He's the hitchhiker in The Hitcher, the original Hitcher.
Right.
A role reprised by
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean himself.
In like what, 2006, 2007?
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
The original came out in 86, just 4 years after Blade Runner. But we're here to talk about Blade Runner today. But why don't we lead with Rutger Hauer?
Go for it.
He passed away in 2019 of pancreatic cancer, which seems to fucking take everyone from us. But he was born in 1944 in, good luck reading that. He is Dutch.
Is this all the title of it?
Yeah, this is the entire
Breukelen
Utrecht Rijkskommissariat
Miserati.
Nederlanden, which I guess would be the Netherlands.
He was born in the Netherlands.
He passed away there too. Not that exact place, but in the Netherlands, which it doesn't say Nederlanden. Interesting. He was 75 when he left us. But he was born in 44 into
The war. German-occupied Netherlands.
German-occupied Netherlands during World War II, towards the end, but still.
Yeah,
Danger.
He says that that's what he thinks made him a pacifist.
Yeah, how interesting to be a pacifist and play some of the most violent roles of all time.
Yeah.
On film. I like him, man.
I did. It said he joined the Netherlands army and was trained as a combat medic, but left because he despised deadly weapons.
His parents ran an acting school, but he didn't not want to do that, so he dropped out of his own acting school when he was 15 to join the Dutch Navy. Mm. And then, kind of did a Hacksaw Ridge on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conscientious objector. That is a great movie.
Yeah.
Man, I love Andrew Garfield.
Me too.
He got his big break in 1969, playing the title role in Flores, which is apparently a Dutch medieval action like TV movie. But that was directed by Paul Verhoeven, who I've heard of. And he later teamed up with him in Turkish Delight in 1973, which was a big box office hit and even nominated for an Oscar for foreign language action film. Just foreign language film, right?
Yeah.
Did not win. He was married in 1985. He met his wife in 1968, and they were still together.
When he passed,
which is awesome. We always love that.
I love a long relationship like that.
Yeah. He did have one divorce before that. It doesn't say much about that.
I think that one was with, I think that from what I read, I think that the first marriage is where his kid came from, though.
Oh, okay.
So I guess he did care about that lady.
Yeah, he must have.
Yeah.
His American Hollywood debut was in 1981 in Nighthawks, the Sylvester Stallone action film, which from the name makes me want to watch it.
Oh, I've never even heard of it.
I've heard those words together. I can't say that I knew it was a film or a Sylvester Stallone film.
Yeah.
But Nighthawks makes me want to watch it. It makes me think it probably feels like Blade Runner.
Just I feel like
always
it probably
nighttime
doesn't.
And synthesizers and saxophones.
I hope you're right.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I feel like every time because we've been on a bit of a VHS kick lately.
We have.
And I feel like every time we've been out, we've seen Nighthawks.
I've never heard of this movie in my life.
You haven't even seen the words. No. I think the words just attract me.
Apparently, because I have no idea what you're talking about. You'll have to point it out next time we go shopping.
Yeah, maybe we'll even buy it.
Probably knowing you. Probably.
So if you're paying attention, 1981 was his big Hollywood debut. 1982, he's in the most famous role of his entire career. Blade Runner.
This one.
Yeah.
The one we're covering.
Which is an absolute legendary film, a more legendary character. This guy is the reason that people love this movie, I would say. I wouldn't think it's Harrison Ford, honestly.
No.
Yeah. It's probably the music and the look and Rutger Hauer.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His monologue in the rain, the Tears in the Rain monologue, was written by the two writers of this movie. And he snuck into their office the night before filming it because he hated it in rehearsals and deleted more than half of it because it was over explaining everything about his philosophy and everything. And then he added all those moments lost in time, like Tears in the Rain line to the end of it.
Great line.
So this entire monologue, honestly, is up to him. He did not tell anyone he did that until he was filming it the next day. They started filming. He didn't say all of the lines. Ridley Scott is a genius, so he didn't say cut because he was giving him gold, and they used that first take.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What a legend.
Yeah.
After Blade Runner, he went on to do The Hitcher, Lady Hawk, Blind Fury. He ended up being, where I first heard of him, Batman Begins. He's an evil CEO.
Oh.
Yeah, he's also in Sin City. He was in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, which I've never seen. Have you ever seen that?
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Isn't Ben Affleck in that for a second?
I don't know, but David Arquette's in it.
I think he's like basketball player number 10.
Oh, then I wouldn't know. But that's a great one.
I do like a David Arquette. He enjoys me some David Arquette.
Well, then why not come on over and watch Buffy?
We can't now. We used Rutger Hauer to get into Blade Runner.
Don't we own it, though?
I don't, probably. Can you see it over there?
No.
It's kind of far away.
Actually, I think I might be able to see it.
It'd be on the second shelf.
Yeah.
Far left.
If we don't have it, that's a mistake, and we should fix that.
That's an error that needs correcting. Well, I'll fix that while you're gone. You're gone right now.
I'm gone currently.
Yeah.
Speaking to you.
She's on location from, what's it called? The most magical place on earth?
Yeah, the most magical.
I always get
Because
confused.
Disneyland's the happiest.
Yeah. I always get that confused.
Yeah.
God, I play with this thing so much. Jason gave me a slap bracelet.
Well, Kelly did.
Well,
yeah.
Jason's girl did, of the European Championship from WWE, and it's been on the desk ever since, and I can't stop snapping
Me
it.
neither. I was playing with it during an episode of Season
Oh, you're
Sisters.
taking it from me.
So I threw it.
She threw it.
Well, because we're both messing with it.
Yeah, we are. It's distracting. Rutger Hauer went on to win a Golden Globe in 1987 for Best Supporting Actor. I don't think he's ever won an Oscar. And then he retired shortly after, somewhere around 2011, when he was in The Right, which is an Anthony Hopkins religious horror movie.
That's right up my alley.
But yeah, activist, pacifist, humanitarian, loves playing violent, horrible people on screen.
Like Danny Trejo.
Yes. Danny Trejo actually has in his contracts, spoilers for every Danny Trejo movie, that if he's going to play an evil villain, he must die in that film
Yeah.
to prove to children
That
that
villainy
violence
doesn't
does
win.
not pay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good
I
for
like
him. I like Rutger Hauer. I think he's an amazing actor. I do feel like he's criminally underused in most of Hollywood because we honestly didn't name that many movies that people have seen.
Oh, yeah. I think that of movies I've seen, he's in 3.
He's in, I guess that would be
Buffy, Blade Runner, and
Batman
Sin City.
Begins.
Oh, 4 then.
and Sin City. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
also in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. I haven't seen that either.
Me neither.
My repertoire of seeing his movies is also criminally underused.
Yeah.
So I might end up remedying that at some point. But yeah, you got anything else on him?
No.
Let's move on to Blade Runner then.
All right.
Do you have any experience with Blade Runner?
You make me watch it.
Make present tense.
Yeah.
Okay. Those of you out there wondering where to stream this, you can't.
Sorry.
So stop asking because you can't fucking stream anything. We don't have streaming services because you can't stream anything.
No, or if it's there, then they take it away from you. Or
Yeah.
now they're charging more to not have commercials. It's freaking, it makes me mad. So we just own everything.
Yeah, because we were looking, I think either Die Hard or Sin City was like available on Prime Video and Prime Video with ads, but it turns out Prime Video with ads is paid.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't we canceling our Prime membership?
I don't know. I do this every year.
Yeah, because it's very expensive all
It's
at once.
very expensive. And then, because I think that also we depend on Amazon too much, and I think that it would be nice to not depend on it, but we also need to watch The Boys before we cancel.
Ooh, I've heard things that is...
Well, then we just need to finish it and move on.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Blade Runner, 1982, a movie I did not see probably until the 2000s for sure. I wasn't very versed in film before I met Jason. Mm-hmm. And then subsequently, of course, you. But you weren't interested in this. You loved 80s movies, but not one so art housey.
Right.
Yeah. This isn't really your typical action film.
I mean, I think I've seen Blade Runner before you.
You think?
To be fair. I'm sure I have. I don't know.
I guess in a house that grew up loving Star Wars, I guess just...
Yeah. And this is kind of up my brother's alley. It's just...
Yes.
So.
Having the Harrison Ford in it. I feel like your brother's 80s movies tastes, and he can correct me if he wants, are more... action-y?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't he like Aliens more than Alien?
Yes.
Yeah. This is not an action movie.
No.
It's a drama.
It's a drama.
That has like 2 chases in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think yeah. 2 chases.
Yes.
And all the rest is just standing around talking.
Yeah. June 25th, 1982. Rated R. Directed by Ridley Scott. Runtime of 1 hour and 57. Which, did you feel?
No.
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 It's good.
It is good. It's a good movie.
It's got things to keep you going. I know you have issues with some...
I have an issue. I only have issues with one scene.
Okay. Well, we'll get there when we get there.
And we'll talk about it.
Because I have thoughts. The budget was $28 million, which is insane. Because this movie does not look like it was filmed on Earth.
No, it doesn't.
Which is cool.
So was it... How did they film it? Do you know?
On a set.
On a set.
I know, largely. And there were a lot of miniatures used for the overhead shots. And then some CG, which you can tell the hover cars...
But sometimes the hover cars are driving.
Yeah,
They're
they
not
have
always
some
hovering.
ground-based cars and hover cars separately, but the flying cars did never look good.
I mean...
They must have been probably hand-built and superimposed.
Yeah, they'd have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it made $41 million, so that's a profit of $13 million.
Does that mean that it was a failure? I don't remember, because like usually...
Hollywood accounting, probably.
Yeah.
That's a profit, but with... Budget is supposed to include... See how budget is a perfectly even number? That's not the way money works.
No.
Budget is supposed to include marketing. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does because there's so many people trying to make money off the back end. Yeah,
right.
It's shady shit. You can rent it $3.99 wherever you want, pretty much. Director Ridley Scott of Alien fame.
Of Alien fame.
Yeah.
Yep.
He also did The Martian, which is a good movie, but the book is amazing.
Right.
I love Andy Weir.
You do love Andy Weir.
He's only put out 3 books that I'm aware of. I'm sure there are more, which would be The Martian, Artemis, and Project Hail Mary. And I loved The Martian. I loved Project Hail Mary, which means I should probably give Artemis a go.
You probably should.
Yeah.
Do it.
The movie's good. Ridley Scott also did Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Which is another banger of a movie.
Is it?
You don't remember Gladiator being
Not
great?
Not really. I remember it getting the Oscar more than anything else.
Oh, I can still hear that music in my head too. And then just the fingers on the wheat.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That's pretty much all I remember.
Oh, my gosh. We need to get to Gladiator then.
I mean, there's lots of ways in.
There are lots of ways in.
So
they're hard. It's going to be hard to get out of this movie without using Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. It's up to you what actor we go with.
Oh, it's up to me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that'll be fun. Written by 3 people. David Webb Peoples, who wrote 12 Monkeys, and Lady Hawk, which we just said Rutger Hauer is in. He also wrote Unforgiven, which is a Western movie I have not seen. I've not seen most Western movies.
Same.
What's your favorite Western?
McClintock.
I was going to say, I bet it's before 1980.
It's Support Your Local Sheriff.
Still before 80.
And then Blazing Saddles.
I think that's after 80, but barely.
Yeah. So those are my favorite.
Mine would be Last Man Standing.
The heck is Last Man Standing?
Bruce Willis.
Oh, all right.
It's a Western that takes place in like the 30s.
Does Hell or High Water count?
Yes. It does. And Hell or High Water is awesome.
Hell or High Water is fantastic.
Yeah. We should figure out how to get to that one.
310 to Yuma is really good too.
310 to Yuma is great. The remake. I haven't seen the original.
Maybe we should watch some Westerns. I don't know.
Probably. I can think of 2 listeners who definitely would want us to.
Who?
Jacob and Jason.
Oh. Jason likes Westerns?
Jason loves Westerns.
Really?
Yeah, I think Tombstone's one of his favorite movies.
All right.
Yeah. Hampton Fancher also wrote this. He wrote the other Blade Runner things.
Okay.
Almost nothing else. He wrote Blade Runner 2049 and 2036 and 2048, which are shorts.
Yeah.
I think they're like 20 minutes long. Composed by Vangelis, who wrote the Chariots of Fire theme.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got one right.
Yeah.
This score is amazing for me.
I think the only reason why I know that is because it's in Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, we certainly haven't seen Chariots of Fire. I just know it from live.
That's a movie.
Yes.
I thought it was a song
He wrote the theme song to the movie Chariots of Fire.
that people just started using everywhere because it was awesome.
Yeah. He's got so many career credits as composer, and none of them were in English. So I think he's an Italian guy. But this one is famous. I love the music here. It's all synthesizers, saxophones.
Right up your alley.
Yeah. He recorded them on if I have any music nerds out there, a Yamaha CS80, which is a legendary synthesizer, analog synthesizer you actually play keys on back in the 80s. It's super hard to find now, and super hard to find anything that sounds like it digitally. But
all right. Well, that's cool.
I love the music in this movie.
Yeah, you do.
I love the visuals. I love the acting. I love the plot.
Yeah, I do too.
So what happens in this movie? Should I read the back
Read
of
the
the
back
box?
of the box, and then we'll get into it.
Okay. Let me tell the lovely people a little preview of what happens in this movie then. Rick Deckard prowls the steel and microchip jungle of 21st century Los Angeles. He is a Blade Runner stalking genetically made criminal replicants. His assignment to kill them. Their crime, wanting to be human. The story of Blade Runner is familiar to countless fans, but few have seen it like this, because this is director... Oh, yeah, we're watching the final cut version, which is... Oh, this is the director's cut. This is not the one we watched. I'm going to stop reading this. We watched the final cut, which... This is the director's cut, which Ridley Scott does not feel is his cut of the movie. He feels like...
Why is it called director's cut?
So the theatrical cut had a bunch of studios stepping in and fixing, quote-unquote, fixing a bunch of stuff.
Studios.
Ridley Scott hated Blade Runner because of how much they changed in editing and reshoots and all that crap. The director's cut, they let him put out, but they stepped in on that one too. So in 2007, he finally put out Final Cut, which he was the only person in the editing room.
Okay.
Final Cut is what we watched because I bought it last week on 4K, and it's beautiful, but I don't know what changes. I have no idea.
Okay.
I know that it's shorter.
All right.
And more succinct. So, what happens?
Okay, let's do this. I thought his name was Deckard Shaw.
No. His name's Rick Deckard. Deckard Shaw's from Fast and Furious.
That's on me. I will edit my notes as I go.
Okay.
That is not his name. So we start with like a rolling, what's it called? Words.
A text scroll.
Yeah, a text scroll that says the Tyrell Corporation advanced robot evolution into the Nexus phase, a being virtually identical to humans known as replicants. The Nexus 6 replicants were superior in strength and agility and at least equal in intelligence to the genetics engineers who created them. So they're smart. Replicants were used off-world as slave labor in the hazardous exploration and colonization of other planets. After a bloody mutiny by a Nexus 6 combat team in an off-world colony, replicants were declared illegal on Earth under penalty of death. Special police squads called Blade Runners had orders to shoot to kill upon detection any trespassing replicant. This was not called execution. This was called retirement.
Implying that it should be called execution.
Because you're killing somebody.
Yeah.
But, all right.
This movie asks a ton of questions the entire time, what it means to be human. We'll get to that.
So, Los Angeles 2019. We have like a shot of the whole city. It looks disgusting. There's just like fire plumes going off from factories, I assume.
Yeah, the skyscrapers have jets of fire shooting out the top.
There's like isolated lightning, but no rain because it's like showing, I guess, pollution and stuff.
Yeah. The city's huge. It's also playing beautiful
green.
synthesizers, as I've already touched on.
Yeah.
And then it shows us an enormous pyramid.
Enormous, weird pyramid that we're focusing on. I didn't know what it was. This ends up being Tyrell core.
Yeah.
So it comes up, but we just stared at it for a long time and there's no words on it. And I was like, I don't know why we're looking at this thing.
Yeah.
It looks
I don't
like
know
a spaceship, kind of.
if I drove home enough that this is not an action movie, guys. If you're going to go watch this based on our episode, be patient.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a very long time to tell its story, and it trusts that you're going to be interested in the music and the visuals.
And you should be.
You should be.
They're pretty.
They are.
They're sweet. This is what I mean, like Cyberpunk, the video game, like Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, lots of stuff. Even like probably Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
All because of this.
Yeah.
Story.
Double Dragon, the movie, looks just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all probably influenced by this creativity.
Yeah. Even Super Mario Brothers.
And Philip K. Dick. Oh, we haven't even mentioned that Philip K. Dick wrote the book.
Oh, that was the third writer. Yeah. Philip K. Dick wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is really not about this as much, but I haven't read it in a long time. So I don't want to really bring up very many comparisons.
Isn't the book, I know you've told me about the book before, and it's more about like the animals, because actual real life animals are super expensive and rare, and they're replicated animals.
The intro to the book and the ending to the book and a lot of his internal thoughts are focused on owning real animals.
Yeah.
Which he so desperately wants to do. He is tasked with taking out replicants.
Right.
So the plot is there, but it's
mostly he wants to have a farm.
Well, he lives in a high rise. He wants one like a horse.
In his apartment.
Yeah, his neighbor has one.
Okay. All right. Cool beans.
It's wild. Philip K. Dick. I love Philip K. Dick, but he had a wild imagination.
That's good though.
Yeah.
So did Walt Disney.
That's true.
And that's where I am right now. Anyway, so a man is being interrogated, and like basically they're asking a series of questions to see whether or not he's a replicant. We figure out that this guy's name is Leon.
Leon Kowalski.
So he basically, the interviewer reads an address on the page, and the man across from him, Leon, immediately says, "That's the address of my hotel." No hesitation. Just like, "That's the address of my hotel." And then the guy's like, "Okay." And so the first question is, you're walking in a desert and you're walking on sand. And then the guy, Leon, is like, "Why would I be there?"
Yeah. What desert? Which
yeah.
desert?
What desert? Which desert? Why am I there? And then he says, "You look down and you see a tortoise." And he's like, "A tortoise?" And he's just like, "Do you know what a turtle looks like?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know exactly what a turtle is, but I've never seen a turtle." So
like, same thing.
Same thing. And he says, "You reach down and you flip the turtle over." And then the guy's like, "You can't flip the turtle. Like the turtle can't flip over without your help, and the turtle is clearly struggling and is gonna die if you don't flip it back over. And you're not helping."
What do you mean I'm not helping?
Yeah, and he gets really agitated.
Yeah. And
then the interviewer's like, "These are just questions meant to like invoke a response from you. Like that's what we're looking for." And then the next question is, "What thoughts come to mind about your mother?" And then Leon says, "Let me tell you about my mother." And then he just shoots the interviewer.
Blasting.
Just goes out blasting. Where did he get the gun? Because I thought he was a prisoner.
I did too. He's wearing like a hospital
jumpsuit.
gown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did the gun come from?
I don't know.
And he shoots this guy.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that in a second.
This actor never shows up again, but we do find out what happens to him in dialogue.
He's dead.
He's not.
Is he not dead?
He's not dead.
Which one isn't dead?
Oh, maybe you didn't write it down. Later, the guy from Christmas at the Cranks says that I sent Holden to do this first, and he can breathe okay now as long as he has his tube in.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I do remember him talking about somebody. I was like, I don't know who that is. So we're at like a really busy market, and we get our first shot of Rick Deckard.
Yes.
Not Deckard Shaw, which my note says.
Harrison Ford, this is during the height of Star Wars.
Yeah, because Return of the Jedi had just happened.
Yep. 80.
No, wait. It was about to happen. 83.
80 was an Empire. 82 was Blade Runner. 83 was...
Yeah, so he was in Carbonite. Spoilers.
Yeah. Right. 40-year-old
So this
spoilers.
is like everyone's just like, "Where's Han Solo?" Here he is. That's what he's doing. So basically, he's like at a market. He gets called over to the counter because the counter was full when he walked up. and he steps up to order food, and it's just a typical Harrison Ford interacting with any human scene.
Yes.
Where he's like, I want 4, and the guy's like 2, and he's like, no, I said 4.
2 twice, 4.
Yeah,
And the guy's like 2. But the guy does not speak English.
No, and then he's like, and noodles. And then another guy walks up and is talking to him, and then the man who was checking him out is like, oh, they're here to arrest you. And he is not fazed about it. He's just eating his noodles.
This is Edward James Olmos.
Yes.
From Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Mayans.
And the Mayans.
TV show. Yeah.
So.
Looking young.
Very young. Yeah. And then he just goes with these guys because one of them like mentions a guy named Bryant. And then what I love though is that Deckard takes the noodles with him and goes and gets in their car.
Gets in the car.
He's not leaving those behind.
Yeah.
So he goes and talks to Bryant, who is
the scene where they're driving off and they're flying and it's showing the city, and there's these huge billboards with this Asian woman's face on it, and there's the synths playing, and it's flying cop cars. There's also a blimp flying around that's like on the PA system, like promising off-world like adventure.
Oh yeah, it's advertising to leave Earth.
Yeah, in the colonies and stuff.
Yeah,
very cool world building.
Very nice shot. I just like the noodles.
Right.
So.
And then they pull up to the police station, which is cylindrical shaped, and it's all Blade Runner looking.
Yeah, like the whole world is Blade Runner looking.
It is.
So yeah.
Which Ridley Scott kind of invented that style, and like you said,
True.
Cyberpunk loves it, and
I so does Kyle. Kyle fangirls hard over this style.
Give me a dirty city.
Give
at
him some
night in the
dirty
rain
neons.
with
Oh
neon.
my God. Yes.
I'm in heaven. All right, carry on.
So he goes to talk to Bryant, who's the crotchety old man who lives across the street in Christmas with the Cranks, but a much younger version.
So much younger.
And he basically says that there are 4 skin jobs walking the street.
Oh, racist.
No. Well, I mean,
kinda,
yeah, actually, yeah. And so they basically, we found out that they jumped a shuttle off world, and they found the shuttle drifting empty 2 weeks ago. So we know that they didn't actually leave. So Deckard's like, I don't work here anymore. And then the crotchety old man's like, well, I need the old Blade Runner. And then Gaff, who is Edward James Olmos, puts a origami chicken on a desk.
Yep.
Which does come up again. Origami comes up a lot.
It does.
And then Bryant is telling Deckard basically, you have no choice. If you aren't a cop, you're little people. So, and then that for some reason works on Deckard, and he's just like, okay, yeah, I'll go do it.
Right.
And so they're watching the interview from the beginning.
Sorry, this is noir as fuck.
Yeah.
This is a detective getting called back into work wearing a trench coat.
This is my last job.
Yeah, with the voiceover and the sergeant giving him the gruff voice, and this is so detective noir.
It's very noir.
Yeah.
So they're watching the interview from the beginning, and Bryant is saying that these replicants murdered 23 people, and they tried to infiltrate the Tyrell Tower. So they're worried about them trying to get jobs, I guess, by force. I suspect, because now they're down to 4 of them who are alive. All the rest of them died.
Yeah.
So there's 4 who are unaccounted for, and they don't really know what their plan is, but they know that their objective is something to do with Tyrell Tower. So that's where we're at. Yeah. And so Deckard's like, well, why would they be interested in Tyrell Core? And they're talking about, like, we're looking at a combat model, which is a picture of Roy, Rutger Hauer, and they're like that he's likely the leader of this group, and then a woman, something about Beauty and the Beast, I really don't know. And then they show Pris, who they're like, she's a basic pleasure model. Pris is Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
So, and then basically we find out that replicants only have a 4-year lifespan. So all replicants will die in 4 years.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he tells Deckard to go put the Nexus 6 on, he goes to tell him to go talk to Tyrell Core basically about the Nexus 6.
Yeah, he shows the interview with Leon and Holden and says that these are Voight-Kampff tests.
Yeah, which is the test we heard at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna go to Tyrell Corp. So we get flying cars again, and then he lands and we see an owl, which is artificial, of course, because real owls would be too expensive. We meet Rachel for the first time. And she's asking him, Deckard, about his job. And she's like, it seems you feel our work is of no benefit to the world. And then Deckard argues that, well, if they're a benefit, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, he says there are two types of replicants, ones that are a benefit, ones that are a hazard.
Yeah,
If
and
they're a
I
benefit,
don't
not my
care about
problem.
that. Yeah. And so then Rachel asks if he's ever retired a human by mistake, and he says no. And then she's like, but that's a risk with your job, is accidentally killing a human. And he's just like,
I guess.
but I don't fuck up. So
Yeah.
there we go. And then we meet Dr. Eldon Tyrell, who asks Deckard to perform his test to determine whether or not a person is a replicant on Rachel, because he says before he gives Deckard a positive test, he wants to see a negative one first.
Yep.
So which I mean makes sense to be like, well, how does your test actually work?
Yeah.
Like, can you will a human fail or pass your test? Which is it? So he has Deckard interview Rachel. And so the test starts out and she starts smoking. And then what his first question, and you might have to help me with this because she answers him so fast.
She does answer him
So
fast.
his first question is just like, and none of these questions are questions, they're stories.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's your birthday. Someone gives you a calf-skinned wallet. What do you do?
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'd return it, and then I'd report them to the police.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it never stops. And then he's like, you have a little boy who shows you his butterfly collection, but he also shows you his killing jar. And then she's like, I'd take him to a doctor. And then one of the questions is, you look down and you see something on your arm, and it's a wasp. What do? I'd kill it.
Kill it.
Like, and she's answering like in a snap from the end of his sentence.
Yeah.
And then one of them is like, someone brings a boiled dog to a party for you to eat. And then she's like, holy shit, I don't know. And then we end.
She doesn't really emote. She doesn't react emotionally, but she does just stare at him.
Yeah, because I think she's getting overwhelmed because I didn't write down all the questions because they were rapid fire.
Well, they're also like fading over each other because
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to show that it's been a while that he's been sitting here.
Asking her these questions. So she stops answering, basically.
Pretty much.
She kind of shuts down.
Yeah.
And so then Dr. Tyrell tells Rachel to leave the room. And then Deckard's like, so she's a replicant.
Yeah.
And Tyrell's like,
I'm impressed.
how many questions does it usually take?
20 to 30.
Yeah. And he says that Rachel doesn't know that she's a replicant. But Tyrell says that he suspects she's starting to figure it out.
Yeah. He said it took her 100 questions
Yeah.
to figure her out.
Yep. So he says Tyrell's theory is that if you gift a replicant with a past and you gift them with emotions, you can better control them, which does make sense because then they'll react more like a human.
Yeah. He says that their entire motto there is more human than human.
Yeah. More human than human.
Which is where that song came from.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah. And then then Deckard goes to the Yukon Hotel, which is where the address for where this replicant Leon was staying before he shot the other cop. So they go to his room. We basically find a bunch of like oil in the bottom of the bathtub. It looks like blue oil.
Yeah.
And then like this guitar pick like scale. We find out later it's a scale that he picks up and puts in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we find the guy makes new origami of a matchstick man because he doesn't help. He just makes origami and puts it places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Deckard finds like a group of photos. And I don't know what the significance is yet. So we'll see. But I do think it's interesting that their dream of the real, like the future is us still having photos, like physical photos.
You notice they're using super old computers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're better than ours because they can zoom in like crazy.
Yeah. That's true.
But then we see Roy on the street, and Leon walks up to him and he asks, Leon, did you get your precious photos? And Leon says, no, someone was there. And Roy says, men? Policemen? And then they're like, yeah. And then they just walk off together into the night. So that's our first sighting of them. But they don't go to approach the policeman. They just leave.
Yeah.
So then we go to like an eye store. EYE store.
Yeah.
An eye store. Apparently it's really cold.
This dude's lab equipment is frosted.
And this dude is from Big Trouble in Little China.
He is. He's Lo Pan.
He's Lil Pan.
Yeah.
In Big Trouble. I recognize his voice immediately.
You did.
I was like, I know that man.
Yeah.
So the bad guy like unplugs the eye guy because he's like plugged in to, I guess, to keep warm or something.
Yeah.
Because like all of he's in like an ice box basically working on these eyes.
Pretty much.
And basically Roy says something about fiery the angels fell, and he has like this whole speech.
He's reciting poetry or Bible. I don't know.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
No one likes it. Just say what you gotta say. So then Leon sticks his arm into one of the freezing pits and pulls out a bunch of eyes. So the eye guy recognizes the eyes that he's created in Roy. And he's like, oh, I made those. Those are mine.
Yeah.
I made those. And then Chew, which is the name of the eye guy, tells Roy that Tyrell knows everything. He designed your mind and your brain. I just designed, your eyes.
Yeah.
That's
and
my
he
contribution.
Says, if only you could see what I've seen with your eyes.
Yeah. And he's like, right? Wouldn't that be crazy cool? And then Roy starts like talking about how Tyrell isn't an easy man to see. And then Leon just starts putting loose eyes all over the guy.
He's standing behind him and just putting them on his shoulders and on top of his head.
Yeah, just putting them everywhere.
And the guy's like, can I have a coat? I'm freezing
like
to
it's
death.
so cold. And then he says that Sebastian can take you there. If you want to meet Tyrell, Sebastian's your way in.
Yeah.
And we find out that his name is JF Sebastian. So now the cars are driving.
Yeah, we have ground cars.
We have ground cars sometimes. Yeah. And then Deckard is listening to the interrogation on tape while he's driving. So Deckard is like, he seems really tired. He's going home and he gets all the way up to his floor, which he had to use his name to get the elevator to work. And then randomly, Rachel's in the corner of this elevator. How many times has she gone up and down?
I don't know. The door opens when he gets to his floor, and then he suddenly turns
with his gun out
to the right, and she's been crouched
and
in the corner
she's just been hanging out.
Time.
It's like, how long have you been here?
I have no idea. I don't know. How did he not see her?
How did no one go, get out? Why are you in here? How many floors? Has she just been riding back and forth?
He had to use his card to get in that elevator.
And he didn't notice a crumpled up person. I guess, in a big city, you probably wouldn't. You just ignore it. But anyway, it's her. And so she goes into his apartment with him. And she says that she wants to help him and that Tyrell won't see her anymore. And then Deckard invites her in, offers her a drink. And she says, you think I'm a replicant, don't you? And then she's like, but here's my proof because here's a picture of me with my mother. And he's like, so let's say, do you have this memory? And then he says, basically, you have a memory about breaking into a basement with your brother to play doctor when you were kids. And when he showed you his, you got scared and ran away. Yeah. You have a memory of a spider living outside your window when you were growing up. And then the eggs hatched and there were hundreds of little baby spiders. And you can tell that these are all her actual memories. Yeah. And then he's like, your memories are not real. And then obviously she starts crying. And then he's like, well, I'll go get you a drink in my dirty sink. And then she's just like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, he's like, sorry, I was just joking.
I'm just kidding. You're real.
Good save.
Good one. I don't think he ever talks to people very often.
No, he doesn't.
And then so she leaves and cries. And then we see Daryl Hannah, whose hair is so much taller than it needs to be.
In a helmet, dude.
It's
made of hair.
so high.
And wide.
And it's just terrible.
It's an iconic look. It's bleach blonde.
It's bleach blonde, but it's 5 inches higher than it should be.
Yes.
Anyway, so she's walking through the streets at night, and then she cuddles up in a bunch of trash, just lay there, I guess. And then a guy comes home in the alley, and for no reason, she screams and jumps up and runs away from the guy. And then Daryl Hannah on set got hurt because she runs full force into a car. Which was not fake glass. Not fake glass, and she slides. Yeah. Yeah. She slides on the wet pavement. Her arm goes through the window, and she says that she still has scars on that elbow today. Yeah. So she went through that car. Yeah. And then the guy's she acts the rest of the scene out. It's another minute or so. Yeah. She keeps going. Yeah. Because the guy's like, you left your purse over here. And she's just like, oh, thanks. Yeah. We kind of scared each other, didn't we? And it's like, yeah, you were a psycho woman in trash who just ran away. Yeah, it kind of gave me a little bit of a fright. Yeah. But we find out that this is JF Sebastian and this is Pris. Yeah. So she's a replicant. She says that she doesn't have a home and that she's hungry. And so he invites her inside. Her hair immediately upon entering the house is dry. Oh, yeah. Completely dry. She ran out into the rain and it got soaking wet and then it wasn't so tall. And then we get back inside, it's tall again. Tall again, dry. Yeah. Bone dry. We find out that JF lives alone and he's a genetic designer. He also has a bunch of little robots that walk around, which are clearly just people, but they're just walking around doing stuff. And he also has full-size women robots that aren't doing anything. They're like toys is what he calls them. Yeah. it's weird.
Oh, we haven't touched on it yet either, but when the movie wants you to know for sure someone's a replicant, their eyes
Glow.
do this really cool, like,
Orange
orangish,
glow where
red
your
glow.
what's it called?
The pupil.
The pupil would be.
The pupil it glows orange/red, where on set they just pointed a little light at a mirror and directly into their eyes.
Yeah, and Ridley Scott said that that's just for us, that the people in the movie don't see that. Like, so Deckard doesn't see the orange of their eyes. It's
Yeah,
just,
because people used to ask Ridley Scott, they were like, why do you need to do a test if everybody's freaking eyes glow?
it's like, because that's just for you,
He's
idiots.
Like, that's for you.
So, yay.
Yeah.
And then, so he has like all of his little robot dolls walking around. And then Pris says that she has friends, but she needs to find them because they go to a different school. You wouldn't know them.
Right.
I have friends.
Right.
So Deckard is drunk and he's dreaming about a forest and he's playing piano and he's looking at unicorns.
With a unicorn. There's a unicorn in the dream.
I don't know what's happening.
Right.
Anyway, and then he goes to take Leon's photo over to the television and he puts it in his mouth to move it. And I'm just like, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
We don't know what these people were doing.
You
in
got that from what
apartment.
looked like a drug den.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No.
And so he starts focusing on one area of the photo. We see, when you zoom in enough, you see a man's elbow. And then he zooms in and uses the reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection to find a woman who has like a blue tattoo on her face by her chin and ear.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
jaw.
And so he's like, bang, there she is.
Yeah.
This woman.
Yeah. He spends like 5 minutes.
I swear he zooms in on a cup and then using the reflection of the cup, he looks at some shells. Using that reflection, he sees a different mirror that's in a room 50 feet away.
Yeah.
And then from that mirror, he can see the lady.
Yeah. All in this super dope 80s CRT.
It is
like
about 10 minutes of
12 inches
4569, 21, 1
move right, 36,
Move right.
48.
Stop, center. And it's just like,
Yeah. It is literally 5 minutes of that. And then it doesn't even make sense because he zooms past the mirror and then comes back a little bit and it's where it like can see around the thing that was in the way.
Yeah.
Which doesn't even make sense
No.
because it's a flat picture.
it doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, it's cool.
Cool looking.
It's cool. So Deckard like he goes and gets the scale checked. And basically the person who checks it is like, this isn't a fish scale. This is actually a snake scale. And here's the serial number. So you can go to the snake maker because that's who you would need to see because this is a snake scale.
Yeah, this lady's outside in the market.
I thought it was the same noodle place and
No.
it's not.
I don't understand. He didn't pay her.
No. Well, probably he does them favors and stuff. Or he's a police officer, so maybe they have to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
So we're at an animal market and there's just a bunch of animals everywhere. He finds the snake guy and he asked who the snake got sold to. And then the snake guy's like, I don't know. And then Deckard barely grabs the guy's tie and the guy's like, oh, I sold it to that guy over there. Go talk to that guy in Chinatown. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay, thank you. And so we go meet a guy named Taffy Lewis and he brings the photo of the woman from the reflection. He's like, do you know this woman? And he's like, nope, don't know her. And then he buys Deckard a drink that has mealworms in the bottom of the cup.
Gross.
I don't know why. And Deckard then goes to make a phone call and he calls Rachel and he's like, hey, Rachel, come club with me. Come clubbing. And she's like, no.
Not my scene.
And then she hangs up on him.
Yeah.
I don't.
And then he pulls one of the mealworms out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's disgusting. But anyway, it is what it is. And then Taffy and some lady are about to do some snake performing. So he goes backstage to like not really blend in because he's the only man standing there in the middle of like he's in the way even though he's not in the way.
Yeah. He's
Reading
also-
a newspaper.
Yeah, he's also dressed like a main character.
Yeah. And he looks a
Wearing the
lot like
sickest-
Harrison Ford.
Yes, wearing the sickest jacket I've ever seen.
And so the lady who was doing the snake performing, her name's like Mrs. Salome.
Salome, yeah.
Salome. I feel like he said Salome. I'm not sure.
He did.
But anyway, and then so he's like, hey, and at first he's like, I work for the newspaper and I would love to interview you for your
Doing a nerd voice.
yeah, doing it like, hi, Miss Salome.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really would like to interview you for my paper. And then he gets into her like dressing room with her and he's like, actually, I'm with the Department of Moral Abuse. Are you being abused? And she's just like, what the fuck? No. And he's like, well, have you had to do anything that's lewd or unsavory? And she's like, no. I mean, yeah, I'm a stripper,
Yeah.
but I mean, whatever.
Nothing
And then
against
he's
my
like,
will.
let me check your dressing room for holes because a lot of peepers be peeping in holes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And she's like, all right. And then she goes and takes a shower while he's talking, but you can tell that she's super suspicious of him. And then I don't know why she got naked though.
I don't either.
But she got naked and then I cracked up because she just stands up into a bubble and to dry her hair. And I was not expecting it.
It is funny looking because she does it so fast.
She does it so fast. And then her boobs are out.
Yeah, of course.
This might be our only boob shot of the whole movie though.
That sounds right.
I think we see boobs any other time. So boob shot.
Yeah.
And then she tells him to dry her off. And then she knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I mean, all right, I guess.
As soon as he grabs the towel, she elbows him in the gut and then elbows him in the head.
And then she's like about to choke him. And then more women walk into the dressing room. So she takes off running.
Yep.
And then so Deckard chases her down into a crowded street. And he keeps trying to shoot her with about 10,000 other people in the street.
Yeah, he keeps pointing the gun at her. It's about 3 or 4 minutes into the chase and he finally fires a shot. She's 50 feet away and it's a crowded ass street.
And he's pulled the gun out on her about 20 times now while there are 17 people between the two of them.
Yeah.
You have no clean shots. I don't know what you're doing.
You said that if there were a benefit, it wasn't your problem. How is this woman a hazard?
How has she been a hazard? She hasn't done anything.
She's not doing anything.
She's performing with a snake and minding her own business.
Yeah.
So
this actress is Dolores in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's his girlfriend, I believe.
The reason that this snake is so comfortable with her and she's so comfortable with the snake is it's hers. It's her pet.
Oh yeah, she grabbed its face.
Yeah, she did.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But the snake didn't react. It wasn't head shy at all. So they clearly have a relationship.
Yeah, it knows and
that's
loves
sweet.
her. Yeah.
So she gets shot at. She gets shot. And then she dives through 10 different panes of glass.
Yes.
Before falling dead. Yeah. And Deckard, though, as she's dying, looks like he feels guilty. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
He looks like he doesn't.
He hits her like 4 times.
He hits her a lot. And then she literally kind of cartoons through 10 different like windows.
Yeah, he didn't just look guilty. He looked like he messed up. And
I thought that she was human.
She bled red.
Yeah, she did.
I thought they showed in the bathtub that they bleed blue.
Maybe that's just a different part of them. I don't know.
But if they bled blue, you wouldn't have to do the test on them. You just ask for a blood sample. So they must
nailed it. Because here's the thing: if replicants are illegal, why are you trying to make them more human instead of trying to make them like more obvious?
Yeah, I think you'd arrest Tyrell.
Yeah, you'd think you would because he's literally making them on Earth where they're illegal. So at the very least, he needs to move to a different colony.
Yeah.
But no. He's just like, no, I've got several.
Yeah.
They're just hanging out.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Billionaires can do whatever they want. So she's dead. I 100% agreed with you. I was like, she must be human, and that's why he's having such a strong reaction to her.
Up, but then Bryant shows up and is like, good job.
Good job. Leon also is standing watching her die.
Watching all this. I don't know. What are the chances?
I'm guessing he was meeting her after work, and then she died in front of him.
Wow.
So Deckard is buying some alcohol, and he gets pulled to talk to Bryant again. And then Bryant's like, there's 4 more. And
he's
then
like,
Deckard
what?
goes...
I started with 4.
Yeah, Deckard goes, no, there's 3. And he's like, no. Oh, yeah. Is there 3 more or 4 more?
4 more, he says now.
Yeah, 4 more. And then Bryant's like, Deckard's like, no, there's not 4. And then Bryant's like, Rachel just went missing, so she's on the list now, too. You have to kill Rachel.
Calls her a skin job
I'm not
again.
crying. I need to take a drink of water. Hang
okay. He calls her a skin job again. And then we get the implication in the book is that this guy's super racist. Like, doesn't only dislike.
So skin job is definitely a racial term.
Yeah, he's very much against the color of people's skin too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's just a rat bastard.
Horrible person.
Okay.
Yes.
Terrible person.
That's also was the implication, not even the implication, the outright said in the original theatrical cut. But they used the word. So Ridley Scott cut it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So Deckard looks up and Rachel's just hanging out in this back alley, which I haven't described Rachel. So Rachel lived with a billionaire. Rachel is dressed in the most expensive clothes you've ever seen in your life and stands out like a sore thumb in public.
She's got her hair all done back
and has like a fur coat on, like that's really broad shouldered because it's the 80s.
Yeah.
And then, so Deckard starts walking to where he saw Rachel, and then Leon stops him and is like, do you know how old I am? And he's like, my birthday is April 17th, 2017. How long have I lived? And Deckard's like, 4 years. And then he's like, longer than you. And I'm like, okay, Leon can't do math either. So
Leon's dumb, but which is weird because they said they all had equal intelligence to the genetics engineers. Leon clearly does not.
No, he doesn't.
So maybe he's not Nexus 6.
He might be Nexus 6, but the way that this was presented, in my opinion, is that I wonder if he had like a romantic relationship with the woman we just killed, and this is why he's having an emotional reaction to Deckard.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he's making mistakes.
Maybe.
I don't know. But Deckard's lived longer than you. I don't know.
Yeah, his point was, I'll be around longer than you will from here on because I'm going to kill you right now.
Okay, because I was like, no.
Yeah, and in the little action scene when he pushes him up, he slams him into 2 cars, and when he slams him into the second one, Deckard reaches into his coat to pull out the gun.
He knocks
the guy bats it away, and it flies like 30 feet.
It flies a really long way. And so there's just like a fight, and Deckard's about to be killed, but then at the last second, Leon's head explodes.
Well, there's a couple cool lines. He says, painful to live in fear, isn't it? And then he says, nothing was worse than having an itch you can never scratch. And then he says, this will come up later. He says, wake up, time to die. And then he gets his head blasted off.
He gets his head blasted off because Rachel shoots him. Rachel. 3 to go. Still have to kill Rachel.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Rachel asks Deckard, because basically they go back to his apartment and she's talking to him and she says something about like, if I escape north, would you come after me? Like, would you hunt me? And he's like, no, but someone else will.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do about that, really.
Yeah.
Like, you're a replicant. And then she asked Deckard if he's ever taken the test himself. And then she's kind of an asshole because Deckard goes to sleep with his tiny little glass on his stomach. He's holding a tiny little cup.
Shot glass.
Little bitty tiny cup.
Right.
Yeah. And then she starts playing piano.
Yeah.
But all we can hear is saxophone.
No, we can hear the piano.
I couldn't. I could only hear
I could definitely hear the
lots
piano.
of sax.
And
then she takes her hair down, but I'm also like, but he's trying to go to sleep, Rachel. Maybe don't play the music right now. It's like, you never played Sims, but they do that shit all the time where someone will be asleep and they'll walk into that person's room and turn on their radio right in front of them, or sit on the foot of that person's bed and watch that TV, even though there's 45 televisions in this house, and you go to this person's room to do it.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Now everyone's awake. Great. So then Deckard, this is where I do not like this movie.
There is a quick scene before we get to that where he asks her if she's got the shakes and says that he gets them too. And he says it comes with the business. And she says, I'm not in the business. I am the business. And then the sleeping in the piano and this unfortunate scene.
This unfortunate scene that I would take this out if it were me. You wouldn't take this out?
Go ahead and explain it. No.
Okay. So Deckard tries to get it on with her. She is clearly not having it. She doesn't want to. She's having no emotional reaction. She does not seem interested in him at all. So she goes to leave. He slams the door shut as she grabs it, and then grabs her and throws her against a wall. So shoves her against a wall and then starts telling her what to say to him. Like she's crying at this point, and he kisses her. He forcibly kisses her, and then he makes her tell him that I want you. He's like, say that you want, no, say kiss me. And then she repeats after him. And then he says, now say that you want me. And then she says that, and
he says, say it again.
Yeah.
She says it again.
This is not okay.
And then he has his way with her.
This is assault.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
That's because replicants are more human than him.
Because
That's what they're showing, is that what makes a human, honestly?
True.
Is it memories? Is it empathy? Is it morality? You know?
Yeah.
He clearly has less humanity than she does.
Yeah, because she was trying to leave an uncomfortable situation, and he forced her to do something she did not want to do.
Yeah, something horrifying. Which also means that he sees her as less than human, I think.
You know what? That's a great point.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think that he has a really warped vision of what replicants are. I don't think he would do this to a human, but I could be wrong. They don't show us.
But
this is a horrible thing to do because she is human.
She is.
Because all the replicants are humans.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't know. If you ever want to see what like date grape looks like, this is a great example of it.
Yeah.
So, because she was not consenting.
No.
At all.
He didn't want consent though. He doesn't think she's a person. He thinks she's a machine.
I think that he finished this whole thing and he thought that that was a romantic experience and he feels like he's in love with her. That's what I think. I think that
she says at the end of the movie that she loves him, but I think that's because she's doing what she's told to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can literally kill her. Her biggest chance of surviving is staying with this guy.
And he's shown that he will.
Yes.
He will just murder a replicant in cold blood for no reason.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because the book posits that replicants don't have a purpose in life. They just get pointed in a direction and do that thing. But that's what Deckard's doing this whole movie.
Is that not what?
Getting pointed in a direction by the Bureau.
Isn't that what we all do? Is just kind of do stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think your point's pretty good.
He's getting used as a weapon.
He is getting used as a weapon.
With no emotion about it.
Yeah.
So who's the human
And
here?
the whole thing, it's kind of like the Geth, in Mass Effect. Because they just became self-aware and then the Quarians were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We aren't supposed to have AI, kill it. And then the Geth were like, no.
Yeah.
And then now they have a planet.
Yeah, so this is not a good guy. And I don't think... I guess you probably didn't need the scene. There's also a bit of real world in there because these two actors fucking hated each other. So some of that tension is coming through anyway. Yeah. They cannot stand each other to this day. Sean Young and Harrison Ford. But yeah, I think you have to have this scene in there just because it cements the entire argument of what it means to be human.
I think that you're right if that is what they were going for, but I also worry that this was 1982.
Yes.
And this was seen as a fine thing to do.
Yes. In 1982, it didn't hit as hard as it does now because James Bond was doing this in every fucking movie.
Every single movie.
Yeah. And nobody ever once questioned his humanity.
And everyone thought like, oh, James freaking Bond is such a
ladies man.
What a ladies man. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's literally forcing himself on multiple women in multiple movies.
Yeah.
All the time. No one ever tells him that they want to fuck him.
Yeah.
No one.
Never.
Anyway.
Not until Daniel Craig even. I don't think Pierce Brosnan even had women tell him.
Daniel Craig also has one of these scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he has it too.
Anyway, moving on. Didn't like it. I do see your point if that's what they were going for, but I don't agree because I don't know that they thought of it like that back then.
Ridley Scott has said on occasion... That's another thing. Ridley Scott has said on occasion that he did mean it that way, and that is exactly what he's going for. But every time you hear a quote from a director, don't listen to them. They didn't fucking write it.
True.
All they did was put it to film.
All they did was act it out, pretty much.
He doesn't even have a writing credit on this. So this is a story written by Philip K. Dick, adapted by two screenwriters who one of them wrote 12 Monkeys, which is fucking amazing.
That's a good movie.
So great screenwriters. And then Ridley Scott's out there being like, this is my story. No, it isn't. I love Ridley Scott. They didn't write Alien either.
Right.
So.
Right.
So first off, that's a little rant.
It could just mean that that's how he interpreted the text.
Yes.
So, yeah. I don't know. It's moving on.
And he could also be just defending himself for putting sexual assault in a movie.
True. Being like, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, but I think it absolutely degrades Rick's character, but it absolutely furthers the conversation about...
I think that murdering that
humanity.
Woman who did nothing in cold blood already ruined his character.
Yeah.
And then this scene, 100%, I was like, I don't think this is a good guy.
Yeah.
This is not a good guy. No person, when a woman is literally... I would hope not, that no people that any of us know would ever do this to a woman who is crying and clearly saying no.
Yeah. Well, it's even furthered in the climax, which I guess I kind of want to spoil right now, when Rutger Hauer saves him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Deckard wouldn't.
He wouldn't do that. He would kill him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So now we get back.
So who's the human?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who's the human? So Daryl Hannah, not this one. She's creepy. Daryl Hannah paints her face white and puts like a
Right.
Zorro painting on her face for no reason. I guess to just be creepy because JF Sebastian really gets off on toys.
I guess to sell merch.
I guess so. It was weird.
The toys with the black makeup are cool looking.
Yeah, and then she asked JF how old he is, and we find out he's 25, but he has a disease that makes him grow old too fast, and that's why he hasn't been able to ever leave Earth because he fails the medical exams.
Yeah.
So, and then Roy just walks in, and she's like, "Hey, Roy," and JF's like, "Oh, I thought you and I were gonna fuck, but I guess that's fine." And then Roy and Pris just start making out, and JF's like, "Oh, I'll go make everyone breakfast, I guess." And then Roy tells Pris that Leon is dead, so there's now only 2 of us. And then she says, "We're stupid and we'll die." And he kind of laughs. He's like, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah,
Probably
maybe.
not, though. We'll see. And then JF gets super like excited because he helped design the Nexus 6. So he's like, "What generation are you guys? Because you're so perfect." And then they're like, "We're Nexus 6." And he's like, "There's some of me in you because, you know, I helped make you."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Show me something." And Pris is like, "I think therefore I am." And then does the slowest backflip I've ever seen in my life. And then pulls an egg out of boiling water and throws it at him. And I'm like, "You're just a weirdo. This doesn't prove anything right now."
But Rutger Hauer just said, "We can't show you anything.
He did.
We're humans."
But then she tries.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Look at this."
He's like, "Show you what? We're just physical beings like
"Yeah."
you."
Like, okay.
And then she's like, "I can do this though."
Yeah. She's like, "I can do this." And here's an egg. And it's just like,
To be fair, JF is like, "Wow."
yeah. And JF's like, "Wow, that's amazing. Holy shit." So then they say that what they have is accelerated decrepitude, which I
a dope
honestly
band name.
fucking love it.
It's
right?
awesome.
It's awesome. And then they're like, "Well, we need your help or we're going to die." And then JF is like, "I can't fix your accelerated decrepitude, but if anyone could, it would be Dr. Tyrell because he's the one who, you know, invented you." So then Roy's like, "Well, I want to talk to Dr. Tyrell in person." Oh, and there's like a little scene where
Chess.
he has a chessboard set up where he and Dr. Tyrell play like long distance chess with each other.
Yeah, Roy goes to move a piece, and then the guy's like, "That's check. You just lost."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're playing chess with each other. So he says that he needs to go see Dr. Tyrell and that Sebastian JF is the only way to get him close. So, and then they're like, "You're our only friend." And then he's just like, "All right, I guess so."
I've never seen Daryl Hannah in anything else, but I love her in this.
You've seen High Spirits.
Have I?
He squishes.
I don't know.
Squishes.
That must be a High Spirits quote.
It is. Liam Neeson's in High Spirits.
I've never seen Splash. I know that much.
I'm not talking about Splash.
I don't know if I've seen High Spirits.
What?
All in one sitting.
What? Steve Guttenberg. Beverly D'Angelo.
Don't know if I've ever seen a Steve Guttenberg movie.
That's crazy. Anyway.
Remind me not to pick Daryl Hannah at the end of this.
I'm picking High Spirits if you pick Daryl Hannah.
That's a good movie I've heard.
So then they take him to go see, JF takes them to go see Dr. Tyrell. Well, Roy to go see Dr. Tyrell. Dr. Tyrell is just hanging out in bed, chilling. And then he gets like an alert that's like, "Hey, JF is here." And he's just like, "JF, why are you here so late?" And then JF's just like, "Queen to bishop 6, check." And then Tyrell's like, "Oh, you motherfucker." And he gets out of bed and puts on his glasses and he's like, goes and moves the pieces. And then he moves his piece. I can't remember what he does. And then Tyrell makes a move and then tells JF, because JF hasn't arrived yet. He's still in the elevator. And then JF says, Knight takes queen, and then he says checkmate, bishop to king 7 or something like that. I don't know chess.
Roy told him what to say next.
Roy did tell him what to say, which is interesting because Roy fucked up in the apartment.
But he clearly didn't, because the very next move was checkmate.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. So then it's checkmate, and then Tyrell's like, "Oh, what's going on?"
He's like, "You've only ever beaten me once."
Yeah, how'd you beat me?
What are you doing?
And then, so he lets him in to talk because they're friends. And then he like, "I brought a friend," and Tyrell's like, "What?"
And Tyrell recognizes this man.
Yep, recognizes him. So, and then Roy asks so that to be fixed so that he won't die. And Tyrell's basically like, "It's a coding system. I can't change it. It would be fatal."
And Roy keeps giving him the options he's thought of.
Yep,
He's
giving
like, "We
him
tried
all
that."
these, like, have you tried EMS recalibration? He's like, yes, we tried it, and this happened. And then he's like, but what about if you do this? And he's like, we've already tried that. It created a virus so lethal that the patient died on the table. And then Tyrell's basically like, Roy, you're the prodigal son. You're the best thing I've ever made. Like, he's like, but I've done questionable things. And then Tyrell's like, but you've also done extraordinary things.
He says the light that burns twice as bright burns half as long, and you have burned so very, very brightly, Roy.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
It is really awesome. And I think he really liked seeing Roy, to be fair. Or this, okay. And then Roy kisses him and then squishes his head and pops his eyes out.
Yep. And then
And then it makes me wonder if Tyrell's actually an intelligent person, because why wouldn't you be like, you know what? I haven't tried EMS recalibration. Go get on that table right now.
Right.
Let's go let's just give it a go.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I don't know if he thought Roy was going to kill him.
Probably not, because I wonder, is it not in the coding to not kill Tyrell? Because it seems like that would be what I would put in there.
That'd be the first thing I'd put in there.
Don't kill me. You can't, you know, but no. So then Sebastian runs away, and it's unclear what happens to him for all of like 10 minutes, but he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say 10 minutes.
So Sebastian runs away, dead. Deckard is driving around, and he gets the report that Tyrell and Sebastian are dead. And then Deckard calls JF, and Pris answers, and then is basically like, what do you want? And he's like, oh, I'm a friend of JF's. And then she hangs up, and he's like, that's not very nice.
Yeah.
That wasn't very nice of you. And then Deckard walks into the apartment to see all the creepy toys like laying around. And Pris now, for some reason, has a veil on, and she had a veil on before he called.
Should have.
So she's just been hanging out
This
like
is what she's doing with her evening.
She's just doing that. So she's posing as a doll, and then he notices that doll in particular, and he takes the veil off, and then she kicks him in the stomach, and then she does a bunch of backflips and lands on his head and is trying to squish him with her thighs. I don't know what she's holding on to, because the ceilings are really high in this place.
She's not.
But her like crotch is like 7 inches from his face. So I don't know how she's doing it. And then she's like clearly about to murder him with just her legs because he can't do anything. But then she decides, hang on just a second. I'm going to walk over there, and then I'm going to do a bunch of really cool backflips again. You just wait. And so she goes to do her backflips, and then he shoots her and kills her
in the middle of the chest. Dead
Why
center.
did she almost had him. She could have ripped his head off.
And then she flails around violently on the ground for a while like she's a robot.
For like 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dying. And he's just like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
That's a
he
lot.
Shoots her again.
Yeah, and she keeps doing it.
Doing it.
Yeah, so now we have 2 left. Technically just Roy that he cares about. But anyway, so then Roy arrives right after Pris's death. Deckard is waiting like to shoot Roy as he enters a hallway, but Roy stops to like grieve Pris, who's now dead. Yeah. And he kisses her, but Daryl Hannah's tongue was out for a second.
It was.
And then when the kiss is over, it's gone. And I'm like, she was probably like, ugh. Don't look at me like that. I don't know. And then so he crosses the hallway, because I don't know if he knows that Deckard's still in there, because he's a robot. He's not omniscient. So, and then he shoots and misses, and then he just starts roasting Deckard. He's like, "That's not very sporting."
Yeah, he's like, "I thought you were good.
I thought you were a good guy because I'm unarmed, and you shouldn't have done that." And then he punches through a wall. Like, we're seeing that this building is clearly not made well, because it's raining outside and there's rain on all the floors.
Yeah.
So they're like, he punches through a wall, grabs Deckard's gun, and
yanks
then
it back through the wall.
Yanks it back through the wall, and then starts breaking
Takes
Deckard's
the gun out of his
fingers.
hand and breaks 2 fingers.
Yeah, he says, this one's for Zora and this one's for Pris. And then he puts the gun back in Deckard's hand and lets him take it back. And then he's like, I'm going to give you a few seconds before I come.
He does say that.
That is exactly what he says. And then Deckard takes off running, and then he just basically he started a countdown, and then he just starts looking at Pris again, and then starts rubbing her blood onto his face.
And then starts howling like a wolf.
Howling. Like, this is where he's just having the best time of his life.
Yes.
Because he's naked the next time. He's in boxers.
He's 4 years old, by the way.
He's 4 years old.
He's gonna die.
He's going to die. So Deckard is trying to break his fingers back in place, and then the howling starts, and he's just like singing and chanting stuff, running through this building.
And he's like, I'm coming.
Just all the, like he's having a great time.
It's awesome.
And then he's also taking his clothes off and is running at you, which is even scarier.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's not naked.
He's not naked, but
He's
why
in
are your
shorts.
clothes off?
Yeah.
I don't know why you took any of your clothes off. So
don't know.
Deckard like climbs a chimney so he can break through the floor to get to the the floor above in the building, and like Roy's just standing outside that window going, "I'm watching you," and stuff like that. And then Roy starts shutting down because his hand is starting to close. And then he somehow just shoves a nail through it, which I think keeps it open for a little while.
Yeah.
So, because he's starting to shut down. He's failing.
And he says, not yet.
And he says, not yet. And he shoves a nail straight through his hand so that it won't close completely.
Jesus.
And then, like, Deckard's, like, in a bathroom, it looks like trying to figure stuff out, or a kitchen. And then Roy just shoves his head through the wall and is all like, ah. And then he starts saying, like, 6, 7, go to hell, go to heaven, and doing, like, all these weird nursery rhyme things. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, you were on one.
It's awesome.
And it's pretty awesome. Like, I'm scared shitless. And so they're like now on the side of the building, and Deckard's trying to climb up it, and Roy's just keeps heading him off to like mess with him basically.
Yeah.
And just be like, where are you going?
Yeah. He has his little speech he's giving him, and in the middle, he's like, where are you going?
Where are you going? And he's just climbing up.
With 2 broken fingers. It shows him trying to use 2 fingers.
To pull his body weight up.
Index and middle to try to pull his body weight up on this outside of this Gothic architecture in the rain.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It is sweet.
All while Roy's just watching him.
Yeah.
And Roy's
Right
like,
beside him.
you're the worst sportsman I've ever seen in my life. All this stuff. So Deckard makes it to the roof, and then like he starts to find a way out, and then Roy cuts him off again. So Deckard runs and jumps to another building and is just hanging on a beam, like about to fall. And then now Roy has a dove. I don't know where he got the dove, but he has a dove now.
Yeah.
Cool beans. And then Roy jumps across to the other building with Deckard.
And makes it.
And then he
lands on his feet.
Yeah. And then he says, he lands on his feet, and then he says, quite an experience to live in fear, isn't it? This is what it is to be a slave. And then Deckard loses his grip and starts to fall, and Roy catches him.
That's what Leon said to him.
Yep.
In the alleyway.
And Roy catches him and pulls him onto the building and just like throws him against the wall, kind of, and then just sits across from him with the bird.
Pulls him up with
he's had
one
the bird
hand,
the whole
by the
time.
way.
Yeah.
Pulls him up with one hand all the way outstretched.
Yeah.
And just
Still holding the dove.
like he's dangling a toddler by his feet.
Yeah.
And then tosses him over to the side.
Tosses him,
still
and
holding
then
the dove.
just goes and sits across from him in the rain. And he's like, I've seen, and this is where I think it's a beautiful speech, because he says, because Deckard doesn't say anything else in this scene.
Nope.
And he says, I've seen things that you people wouldn't believe. I've seen attack ships off of the shoulder of Orion burning. I've seen sea beams glitter in the dark of like Tannhauser
the Tannhauser Gate.
Yeah, Tannhauser Gate. All those memories will be lost like tears in the rain.
Yeah,
And
all
then
those moments lost in time.
and then he says,
like tears in rain.
time to die. And then he dies. And then the doves fly.
Dove flies away.
Yeah. Well, isn't that a Prince song?
Yeah, when the doves cry. Yeah.
Oh.
Amazing Prince song.
I don't know it.
You don't know it?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I know Little Red Corvette in 1989.
I'll have to show it to you afterward.
Which one do I know? 1999.
Party Like It's 1999.
That one.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and then Gaff shows up while Deckard's still just sitting there going like, what the hell just happened to me? Because like Roy's just dead now. And he's like, you've done a man's job, sir. I guess you're through, huh? And then throws him his gun. And Deckard just says finished, and then Gaff just leaves him on this building.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
says finished like he's correcting the use of the word through. I don't
I guess. I don't know what he's
the
doing.
significance of that, yeah.
And then Gaff says while he's walking away, too bad she won't live, but then again, who does?
Oh, that's an awesome line too.
Yeah.
Who does?
Who does? And then so Deckard makes it back to his apartment to find his door ajar, and finds, like, he thinks Rachel's dead, but he just finds her sleeping because apparently she sleeps hard with people not playing piano around her face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, do you love me? I love you. Do you trust me? I trust you. Still think this is coercion, so that's fine. And then he starts to leave the apartment with Rachel, and in the hallway she steps on a little origami unicorn, meaning that Gaff was here but did not kill her.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it means he marked him for death.
I don't think so. I think because he kind of nods. So I think that what it is him saying like, I'm giving you a chance to get away. That's what I think it is.
The unicorn, though. In the theatrical cut, Deckard had quite a few more dreams about unicorns. So the implication being that he's a replicant.
Yeah.
And that's the only way Gaff would know the significance of unicorns to him.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why he left it there, to let him know that he is a replicant.
He can't be a replicant.
Why?
2049.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, which
Right.
wasn't made till
Oh, okay.
40 years later.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Which they toy with, actually, in 2049, too.
Well, I guess that's what the whole thing is who's a replicant and who's not a replicant. And I think the whole point is that we don't know, and replicants and humans can be just as fucked up or just as good people as each other.
Yeah, that's what's interesting is the only person that creates art in this movie, the only person that stops to play a piano
Is the replicant.
is a replicant.
Yeah.
And the only person that stops to appreciate the beauty of life being fleeting is Roy.
Yeah. And the only person who saves a life is Roy.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's why he did it, because he was like, well, fuck.
Well, he knew he was going to die. And he
Yeah.
knew that Deckard was just doing his job.
Yeah.
Like,
Because-
after Roy left Tyrell's, I think he knew that he and Pris were both dead. And so seeing her dead earlier than just malfunctioning to death is just probably like, well, it was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Because he thought he was going to get saved, and then realized that they don't have any idea how to do that. So he just killed the only two people that he thought could have been the people that could have saved
I think
him.
that was rage for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was him not processing or, the 5 stages or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Grief. Yeah.
grief. So yeah, I think it's a really good movie. I think
It's awesome.
it is an awesome movie. And I think that you're probably right about the assault scene.
Oh, okay.
That
Good.
it proves that Deckard's a piece of shit.
Deckard has less humanity than any replicant in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Leon did shoot someone for asking about his mother.
Is that why he shot him?
No, he shot him to get away.
To get away, yeah.
Well, because I think that what's interesting is the replicants. Every time I heard a replicant take a test, true, I haven't heard a human take a test, but they were asking questions too rapidly for what the weird situations that were being presented.
Yeah.
And they were providing their answers of how they would respond immediately without any hesitation.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a very organic way to think of these odd situations that you're put in.
It's not.
Because like the whole turtle, like the tortoise one, it's like, well, I would never flip a turtle over onto its back. And if I did, I would flip it back because why would I leave it to die?
Yeah, but he kind of reacted like that.
Because he seemed more like he was like, but I wouldn't do that in the first place. Not
Yeah.
like, well, then I'd flip it back over.
Yeah.
Problem solved,
Yeah.
you know? But like, because even her answers were just like boom, 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 like immediately without any thought. No time to think about an actual reaction.
Yeah.
So,
It's
and I
awesome.
think that that's what gives them away.
Agreed.
So, and the
Man.
orange eyes.
We should watch the sequel again someday.
We'll see. It's your turn to pick an actor.
Oh. There's not very many people in this. You got Harrison Ford, Daryl Hannah. And we used Rutger Hauer to get in.
The guy from Christmas with the Cranks.
Do you know anything else he's in?
Christmas with the Cranks in July.
What would you pick if I picked Harrison Ford? You're not going to tell me, are you? Mm-mm. You told me earlier you didn't want to use Harrison Ford yet. You were saving something.
Well, I feel like I don't want to like rush into Harrison Ford. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. We're considering doing Star Wars on Patreon later, so maybe.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect this at all.
No, it doesn't.
So.
But what do you know about Edward James Olmos? The guy from
Battlestar Galactica. Okay.
I'm gonna pick Edward James Olmos.
Oh, okay. All right. So there are no Battlestar Galactica movies.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well then, okay. I'm just gonna do a Hail Mary and hope to God he was in 2049.
40 years later.
Yeah. That's my
he
guess.
was actually.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay, you get to watch Blade Runner twice in a row.
Yes, I get to watch my favorite movie of
We're
all
going
time.
to get to Baby Boom and First Wives Club.
Yeah. I'm going to owe you.
Sorry, y'all.
We're going to have to. I'm going to owe her.
Yeah. You're definitely going to owe me.
Denis Villeneuve, I don't think Blade Runner 2049 is on streaming either, but you should own it because it's awesome. Let me have a look actually for you guys, since it's going to be 2 weeks before this comes out. The 2049 episode, because next week we will be doing no, you'll have to rent it or buy it, but it's worth it.
It's a good one.
It's the best movie ever made, completely objectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think you think that, but I don't think you think that sometimes.
I do.
Oh, all the time?
Yeah.
It's your favorite movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Ask me next week. I will definitely give you a different opinion.
I know. That's why I'm just like, I don't think so, actually, but that's fine. It's a good one.
We'll see. Next week we'll be releasing a Patreon episode. I don't have any votes in on that yet, so I don't know what movie that's going to be.
Just decide yourself.
I may have to just decide myself if nobody answers these polls. Maybe I'll put another poll on this one and then release it while Autumn's gone.
Yeah, that works.
It's either going to be X-Men, X-Men 2, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, or Iron Man.
Yeah.
And if you want anything else, less than a cup of coffee.
Too bad.
There's 30 movies over there already.
I thought you were saying if they want to vote for anything else, then
No.
get out of here.
We just put out Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow. Does that sound right?
I'm not
The
here.
schedule is all messed up because you're not here. I think Guardians of the Galaxy comes out tomorrow,
I don't know what day it is.
which is a fantastic movie, but our mics were messing up.
My mic, not yours.
And now they're not.
And now it's not. So it was just having an off day.
We're just having a day.
It was literally like we had to get a slab leak fixed, and then our mics messed up, and then our toilet broke the next day. So it's
This
just
is
boom, 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 boom,
right
leading up to
before
me
vacation.
leaving for vacation.
God knows what's going to
Constant
go wrong while you're gone.
problems. Yeah, nothing. Nothing will go wrong until I get home, and I'm nice and relaxed, and it's like, oh, the roof is gone.
Stop.
It's awful.
Good Lord.
It's awful.
Anyway, Blade Runner 2049 next week. I recommend you watch it. It's amazeballs. It's $3.99 to rent anywhere. It's probably $7 on Amazon. I know the Blu-ray is cheap.
Yeah. Find it or don't find it. We'll talk about it anyway.
I recommend it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys next week. That's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we leak from Blade Runner to Blade Runner 2049. Bye.
Hell yeah. See ya.
Next week on Chain Link Theater.
I always told you. You're special. Your story isn't over yet. There's still a page left.
But I can only make so many. Shh. Happy birthday.